Hi everyone, you are back in my kitchen and thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. I appreciate all of you guys. Thank you. That's all I gotta say, but thank you. Listen, I was looking on, I had already done bratwurst in my Power Oven Elite, whatever over there. Anyway, I'm gonna never get it right. But anyway, I had already done bratwurst in my air fryer. So, and I was looking at someone else's video. Her name is India Delicious Dishes, and then I was looking at her bratwurst, and it reminded me because I didn't do a video on it, but mine came out good. The only way bratwurst really comes out for me before this is when it's outside on the grill. Bratwurst is delicious out there. But on the air fryer, it really comes out good too. She made me think about my friend who passed away a couple of years ago, and her name was Irene Johnson. And me and Irene and I would go out to lunch. That woman knew where everything was. She was a pisser, boy. But she knew where everything was. She was, if I can call it today, she was absolutely a foodie. We went to a German restaurant, and we used to have bratwurst, I think, on Wednesdays when they made these bratwursts. So I'm trying to, with the sauerkraut, and I'm trying to recreate that sauerkraut that we used to have then. I mean, it was delicious. So I'm going to try to recreate that. So I'm going to have some bratwurst in my air fryer, and I have my Instant Pot, and I'm going to try to do some sauerkraut. So we'll see how that comes out, but I think it should be pretty good. So okay, people, watch me. I already have my pot on, and I got it on saute. And yeah, it's on saute. It's not hot yet, but it's on saute. I'll wait for a second for that. I took about 3 thick slices of this bacon, the thick bacon, and I cut it up. And I also have a small half of an onion here. I have half of an onion. Let me move this so you guys can see. I took 3 slices of bacon, chopped it up, and I have some onion that I chopped up. There's a half an onion here, and I got like 4 bay leaves. I also have some caraway seeds, and I have some apple juice because I'm going to put that in there to give it a little flavor. I got a little bit of, I'm going to use some better than bouillon on here and throw that in. And I'm going to use some garlic, of course. There's some garlic. And I'm going to also use, of course, the star of the show is some sauerkraut. So I'm going to make this thing. And I did some research on it to see, because I remember some of the flavors that was in it. So I'm going to try it my way with this stuff, and we're going to see how that's going to come out. Should come out wonderful. Okay, let's see. It's a little warm. Let me see. It's on hot. Very good. All right. So first things first, the bacon goes in. So I'm going to stick the bacon in, and you hear it sizzling. Bacon's in my pot. I know I haven't played with you lately, Miss Instant Pot, but I still love you. I do still love you. It's just I'm busy. I like to do things fast. I got other things to do. So there's the bacon, and it goes. And we're going to let this get a little done. Let the fat render out first. Oh, it smells good. I am pretty sure this is going to come out pretty good. Well, you know, this is going to take about 3 minutes or so for it to get brown, or for the fat to start rendering out of it. So we'll be right back when you can see the difference. Okay, as you can see, it's starting to turn brown, and you see the of course deliciousness at the bottom of this pot from this bacon. You'll see that, and let's see. I want to get a little bit browner, but it don't really have to be totally brown, but a little bit more browner. I'm gonna leave it without moving it for a few seconds so it gets brown. Yeah. That German deli was in Queens. You know, in Jamaica and Queens, out that way. Woodside, I believe we were at. The girl took me the woman took me everywhere. We just went everywhere for lunch. We had a good time. I actually miss her. She called me on the phone and say, "All right, Stephanie. Hey, Stephanie." Like, I'll just think about her and laugh. We had a really, really good time. Yeah, now he's getting there. Irene was she was a advocate for education for people in the public schools. If they had any kind of problem, they would have any kind of issues, where it would go through the court, and it wasn't a big deal, but they had to go through the court because maybe they weren't going to school, or whatever the case may be. She figured out what the problem was, and she actually helped a lot of students with that. She was great at what she did, and she loved what she did. So, you know, of course, I was always on the business finance side, and she, you know, I work in these kind of places that do this stuff. So she was just a good spirit, I tell you. So now it's good. I'm going to throw in the bay leaf, and I'm going to throw in the onion. Oops. Throw the onion in. Get another fork. Here goes the onion. Also a little bit more of this bacon, but there we go. Onions in. Next thing that's going in, I'm going to put some caraway seeds in here. Maybe even let's say about a teaspoon. Put some caraway seeds in there. I think that might be enough. And I'm going to put some garlic in here. Of course, let me get another spoon of garlic. Stick that in there. That's a good enough amount, I think. And I'm going to saute this a little more. Okay? Yeah. Look at that. Smells good already. Also, Irene was a great cook, man. That woman, she made some eggplant parmesan. We used to party almost every week for some reason at that job. She made this eggplant parmesan, and she cut that eggplant real thin and fried it. She said, of course, it took a long time. It had to. But it was delicious. That woman could cook. She could cook. That's why she was a foodie. And if she was alive, she said, "Yep, Steph, I'm a foodie." All right, that actually smells marvelous. Now, I'm going to put a little apple juice in. Let's see how much. I think that's enough. Just a little apple juice to give it some sweetness, and I want to deglaze the bottom of this pot. I want to deglaze it, so why not deglaze it with some apple juice? If you guys want to put some wine in here, you know, white wine in here, that'll probably work. You know, do what you want. But I'll put some apple juice in here to give it a nice sweetness. Yeah, it smells marvelous. Marvelous. Now, normally, you know, you could do this whole same thing on the stove, but you would have to put it on the stove for a good hour after and let it sit and simmer and stew down. So I figure I'm putting it in my pressure cooker for 15 minutes, and then we could eat. So that makes my life a lot easier. Makes most people's life a lot easier, and you can have something really good to eat. Besides which, you can always put this stuff in the refrigerator and eat it on your bratwurst later on. So I believe that's going to work out just fine. And if you could smell this, you'd be like, whoa, it really smells good. Take the spoon out of the garlic. I'm going to take a little of this better than bouillon. Yeah, stick that in there for old time's sake. And I will put a little water in there. Actually, it's 2 cups of water. And it should be more than enough to get this pot right. I'm going to stir it up so it gets in here. And then I'm going to put the star of the show in there, which is my sauerkraut. Let's get this thing in here so it gets right. And that is a beef bouillon I was using. I mean, beef better than bouillon I'm using. Or you can use chicken. Well, use whatever you want. Use chicken broth, use beef broth, use something so you can get the pot. You can use water if you like too. You need to have enough liquid in the pot to bring the pot up to pressure. So I am going to definitely put it on like 15 minutes, and I'm going to do a natural release. So it's going to go down by itself. While it goes down by itself, I'll show you that I'm going to stick my bratwurst in my air fryer. So when I'm ready to open the pot, my bratwurst will also be done, and of course we can have some. That's my goal here. So within an hour or so, we can definitely eat something. Definitely. Okay, I have stirred that up pretty good. Now, here comes my sauerkraut, and you can get this in the dairy in the freezer section, not freezer, in the refrigerator section, or you can get it in a jar in the vegetable section. And this is some sauerkraut. It is 2 pounds of sauerkraut. I'm going to pour the whole thing in because I like all the juice and everything. So it's all going in here, all of it. You need some help? Yeah. All right, you get some help. Because you all going in here. Come on now. Get out, get out, get out. There we go. Okay. Come on out. Come on out. All right now. There we go. Now, I'm going to just turn this thing on. Excuse my noise. We get one thing right here. I'm going to get my sauerkraut off of my pot right here. There we go. Very good. Okay, I'm going to turn it on high for 15 minutes. And first we're going to turn this thing off. Everything is good in here. This is down, and I want to turn it to sealing. Okay, close it. Make sure it's on sealing. I'm going to put it on manual, and we are going up to 15 minutes. That should do it. Okay, my friend's going to come on by itself. You ready? Do I need to hear you? There you go. There she go. She still know I love her. This is my little girl right here. So we're going to let her go for 15 minutes. When this thing goes to off and the pressure goes down, that's when I'll bring you back and I'll bring you back and show you what I'm doing in my air fryer. Okay? All right. See you soon. All right, now I'm back. My sauerkraut is in the pressure cooker, and the pressure cooker was on for 15 minutes. It just went off, so it's doing a natural release. So it's only been off for a minute. So since that's happening, I am going to put my bratwurst in. Those are my bratwursts. There's 5 of them. This is what we're going to eat for dinner today. I am going to stick it in my lovely Power Air Fryer Oven Elite. Now I can get all the words because I can look at it and read it. Okay, so I'm going to stick this in the middle rack. There you go. And I'm going to put it on 400. That's 400. Let's say I'm going to put it on for maybe 15 minutes and see what it looks like. Okay, so we're going to let that go for like 15 minutes. Meanwhile, the pressure cooker should be down from natural release anyway in 15 minutes, and then maybe everything will be done at the same time. Okay, see you soon. Bye-bye. All right, I'm back. The air fryer is done, and the actually the pressure cooker's been counted down for 30 minutes. So that's basically how long this has been in here. I came out, looked at it. I turned it over a couple of times so I can get it nice and like if it was in outside on the barbecue. So I use this thing because I find that I could put this on right on top, and the grease and stuff that's going to drip is just going to drip into this. So I just kind of use this as when I'm working with my air fryer. Now, I got them out. You see? And it actually sits on here pretty good. It's a little dollar store pan. But a little pan like this, and it picks up the drippings that come out of your air fryer so that you don't have to have it all on the floor and all that other stuff. So, thank you, air fryer. Those are my bratwursts. Okay, we got our bratwursts out. I'm going to put them over here. Now, I'm going to open up the Instant Pot. So, we're going to open it up. Let's get the camera adjusted. All right. It should be fine because the pin basically dropped. Yep, the pin definitely dropped. And, come on out. Okay, that is the sauerkraut. Now, I'm going to fish out the sauerkraut out of all that juice. So, I'm going to take it and put it in a bowl. I'm going to fish that out. You know, sauerkraut, this is done because you see the color of the sauerkraut change to a more brown color, and that's the color that you know there's some good sauerkraut here. So, I am going to look at the color of that. That's very good. I'll take that out later. That thing out. So, I'm going to dish this out. Put you over there and put you over there. So, I'm going to get this out. You guys will see in a minute once I get everything out into the bowl. You're going to see what everything looks like together. So I'll be right back as I'm doing that and pulling this out of here. There you go. All right, now I got everything out of my pressure cooker, and I use a slotted spoon so I can just get the sauerkraut out, and the juice I don't need no more. So I'm ready to assemble my sandwich. So I got these rolls from Walmart, and they're called brat buns. And I got 6 brat buns. And that's exactly how I remember us buying these things from the German deli. So, yeah, it came on a roll like this. And then, you know, you it came in just like that, kind of perfectly fit. This one's a little big, but whatever. Put the brat on the roll. That's how they did it. And then they put some of this out. They put some mustard on if you wanted it most of the time. So I'll stick some mustard on next. Now I got the yellow mustard. Put whatever mustard you want on here. Or not. And then I'm going to take some of this sauerkraut. Let's stick it on here. This one first. And before I eat it, I got to take a picture. Need pictures. I need pictures. So, Stick that on there like that. And I want to tell you something. The sauerkraut smells good. It smells really good. Now I need a picture, and then I'm gonna take. Okay, now I have taken a picture of my food. Now I'm going to take a taste, because I can't wait to taste this, and I'm gonna give you my honest opinion, how close I came to that German deli. And this is for you, Irene. I miss you. It's good. Good. I think I almost recreated this recipe. This is delicious, and I think I really almost recreated this recipe. So this is this is the end of my video. This is my bratwurst and sauerkraut recipe. So if you guys like any of this kind of stuff, you should try this. It's a simple recipe. It's really good. And have a good day. See you later. Bye-bye.